Mother Debbie, the teachers at my school are talking about imposing a dress code on the students, and maybe even requiring us to wear school uniforms next year.
Why would they do that? I was never made to submit to a dress code when I was in school, nor was Carrie. Dress codes often discriminate against girls. And requiring school uniforms would make school more expensive and make us look like we are in the military.
Maybe you could have a talk with the principal of my school. She's the one who came up with the idea.
What's the point of forcing certain clothing standards on kids, or even making them all wear uniforms in school? It's all about making kids act more disciplined. An orderly school is a more productive school. You can always discipline kids when they misbehave, but that has nothing to do with how we dress. Is this a Muslim country, where women are forced by law and custom to always keep their heads covered? You know that is sexist. Dress codes in many schools also imply that girls having exposed cleavages or bellies is distracting to boys. The more logical solution is to teach boys to control themselves, not control what girls wear. Okay, what about school uniforms? If this school was part of the military, sure, but it is not. Forcing kids to all dress the same reminds me of this. We are the Borg, resistance is futile, prepare to be assimilated. And could this be a way of conditioning kids, especially boys like my son, to feel more comfortable when they get drafted into the military if America starts World War III? You are being paranoid, Mrs. Smith. Well, when it comes to protecting not only my own children, but everyone else's from being victims of the military-industrial complex, a little paranoia is warranted. Consider yourself warned, Mrs. Parker. We will be watching.
Debbie then returns home. Late in the afternoon, she enters her and Carrie's bedroom to find Richard there. So pretty. Mother Debbie, was that really you as a child? That's what Mother Carrie told me yesterday.
Indeed, that was me back then.
Maybe that's why I like Diana so much. She actually looks a lot like you did, pigtails and all. So, why did you change it?
I guess I just outgrew that style. I was approaching adulthood and wanted to look more mature.
Are you saying you were immature when you looked like that painting? Did changing your hair really make you better?
So pink is your favorite color. My hair used to be pink. Do you think I should change it back? That's entirely up to you, Debbie. I didn't fall in love with your hair, of course. You changed your hair again? Yes, pink was Laura's favorite color, so she helped me recolor the hair. We tried a dozen different styles, but the old pigtails seemed to be what we were most fond of. There, now I feel a lot better. It always puzzles me why you teens are always changing your looks. I liked you the way you were. Of course, there is nothing wrong with you now either. I overheard the tail end of that discussion, Mother. May I say something about it? Of course, Debbie. I have witnessed Carrie's acts of violence, and in every case, either she was struck first or she was provoked because of someone else. Barbara insulted Lucy Sims. Ted Wilson was assaulting girls. And Laura was trying to shut Carrie up about atheism. Carrie has never threatened me, never laid a hand on me at all except in a loving way after I consented to it. Mrs. Sims, Carrie is the bravest girl I know, and it is exactly because Carrie is so strong and willing to fight for what she believes in that I feel safe around her. Because she believes in me, and therefore she will stand up for me if I am ever hurt by anyone else. If I ever thought she was a possible threat to me, I wouldn't be with her at all. The one time I thought she might hurt me is when I was dating Laura. And even then, she gave me and Laura space. She never hurt either of us and was willing to let me go. Abusers don't do that. Indeed, abusers are cowards, and Carrie is the opposite of that. Sandy, are you still opposed to them getting married this year? All right, I will agree to it. I just wanted Debbie to be safe. But we then can't have the kind of lavish wedding I always wanted her to have someday. That has never concerned me. Even if we have nothing fancy at all, I will be happy with Carrie as my bride. And I think Carrie would feel the same way. So let's set a wedding date. No. My outward appearance had nothing to do with my inner self. I've always been the same person I was when I was a child.
And the same is true of me. My personality has also never changed. Sometimes I miss those days when we were closer to Richard's age. But we can never go back to that simpler life.
Mothers Debbie and Carrie, it doesn't matter what you used to look like or even what you look like now. I love you both just as you are, forever. You are the most wonderful moms in the world.
Oh, you are so precious. We love you too.
And with that, both mothers give their son massive hugs.